Hello, everybody. My name is Chuck Penzine. I'm an estate and business planning attorney at the law firm of Penzine and McBride. We're located here in Macomb County, Michigan. I've been practicing law in Macomb County for approximately 25 years. I've had cases throughout the state of Michigan and have been primarily practicing in the area of business law and estate planning throughout my career. If you're ready to sit down with an estate planning attorney, there is a link below in the in this video where you can go in and get yourself put on my calendar. You can schedule a free strategy session, whether it be by telephone or in person, where we can sit down and take a few minutes to talk about whether they're estate planning needs or business planning needs, whatever the case may be. We'll sit down and talk to you about your situation. Try to give you some strategies and things that we need to do to resolve your issues or answer your questions. We can do that simply by following the links. Get yourself on the calendar, and we'll get that set up. If you want to know more about our firm or more about estate planning in general, there's also some links down there that will take you to our firm website. You can go on there and research some of those areas and go from there. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about a question that many of our clients have for us when they first come in to see us. It's, what is the probate court? What does the probate court do? What are its responsibilities? What areas of the law does it cover? Things of that nature. Each county in the state of Michigan has a probate court. The primary, or one of the primary responsibilities for that probate court is to administer the affairs of those who have passed. Usually you see an estate open where a person has perhaps real estate or cars or other assets titled in their own name that need to be transferred to someone else, whether it be children, spouses, whatever the case may be. Essentially, we need to have some mechanism that allows the courts to transfer the ownership of those assets to someone else. So that's really what a probate court does in the case of those who have passed. Now, sometimes people wonder, how long does it take? Is it difficult? Is it complicated? Are we going to have to go to court a lot? Things of that nature. Now, some people want to avoid probate, and there are some very good reasons to do that. First of all, a probate case is going to take time. As I'm recording this, it's the first part of 2022, and we've just gone through this whole COVID situation for the last couple of years. And as a result, some of our probate cases that we've been handling are taking longer than they might have otherwise taken. Unfortunately, it's taking a long time to process the paperwork, to get hearings as a result of some of the COVID complications, but that's the situation we're in now. It's not a fast process. It's sometimes can take a year and a half to complete the process from start to finish. Some other reasons why folks want to avoid probate, besides taking a significant amount of time, is it is going to cost somebody some money. There are some filing fees which can't be avoided. There are some what we call inventory fees. Those can't be avoided. There may be some other court costs that come up along the way. There are also the attorney fees that, frankly, unless you're going to do it yourself, they can't be avoided as well. Another reason that people want to avoid probate, frankly, is it requires a considerable amount of paperwork to be filed with the court. There's initially the petition. There is an inventory that needs to be filed, where we essentially value all the assets in the individual estate. Go from there, and then we need to prepare accountings and distributions and things of that nature as the probate processes from start to finish. All of those things require filings, documents to be prepared to be distributed to all the people who might have an interest in the estate. So there is a fair amount of what some might call paperwork, or just generally consider it to be a hassle to go through all that work to process the estate from start to finish. So frequently people want to avoid probate because it can be a hassle. I mean, to put it bluntly. Some people think of it as filing their tax returns over and over and over again. There's a lot of paperwork to do, and there's a lot of things that have to be done correctly, or they get rejected from the court and you have to be done again. So there are some good reasons, if you can avoid probate, to do so. Now, how do we do that? That's the next question people ask. If once they figure out what a probate court is in the probate process to process an estate, how do we do that to avoid having to file a probate for my children or with my children if something were to happen to me? Now, there's a lot of answers to that and a lot of different ways that can be planned for. We have several strategies that we use on a regular basis with our clients. For example, we sometimes use trusts. Placing assets in trust will generally avoid the probate process. Sometimes we use something called a ladybird deed for real estate. We transfer the property or retitle the property, and then it transfers outside of what we call the probate estate. That's another technique that we sometimes use. We carefully use beneficiary designations for bank accounts, for investment accounts, for retirement funds, things of that nature. We design those funds or design those beneficiary designations so that your assets transfer outside the probate estate. Finally, we combine all of those various strategies so that the certain assets can transfer in one way, certain assets can transfer in another way, so that eventually we avoid the probate process entirely. Hopefully, your assets are transferred without complexity, in an efficient manner, quickly, without having to go through the probate process. That's always the goal for those who find probate to be difficult, and certainly not anything that they want to participate in. So we can certainly help you out in planning your estate. If you will, just follow the links in this video. Get yourself on my calendar. We'll sit down and talk to you. Again, that's a free strategy session. I don't charge for those initial consultations. We like to get to know our clients a little bit. We want to understand what they need. We want to sit down with you, whether it's in the office here or whether it's by telephone. Either way is fine with me, whatever you're more comfortable with. We can also do Zoom meetings if that's something you would prefer. We'll sit down, we'll talk about your situation, what you need to be doing, what we can do to plan around some of these issues, and talk about your estate and your needs going forward. And then from there, we can, if you want to retain us to go through the process, and that'll be perfect, and we'll get you started down that road. So again, I want to just thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We appreciate your attention. We appreciate you taking a few minutes to do that. If we can help you with your needs, we would certainly like to do that. And we want to thank you again for your attention. Thanks.